Hello.
Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Eric.
I'm Robin.
We're Wanderboom.
Not wandering yet. Okay.
And we're still not wandering.
Uh,
Little setback.
yeah. Sorry. Okay. End scene. Yeah, not wandering still. Not wandering. This is about, so when we put this video up, the one that you saw the intro to right before this was about 3.5 weeks ago, correct?
Yeah.
And we were working on the van. We were thinking, we'd be out of here in like less than 2 weeks. And now that it's 3.5 weeks later,
3 weeks.
3 weeks later, which is now it's August 1st.
August 1st.
Yes, it's August 1st, and we got into a car accident on July 12th. So that kind of set us back. It was not our fault. Somebody pulled out in front of us, but it was pretty bad. And here's Eric's scar that he got from
Just got the stitches out today after 2 weeks after surgery.
I got the least of the brunt of the accident. I was sitting in the front passenger side. The airbags deployed, so I got like severe sternum bruising. The bruises are gone at this point, but it was all soft tissue damage, and my ribs on my left side are still very bruised. And then I got a knee injury. So anyway, so that's what's happening. So we're still injured. We're still not able to do a lot of stuff like lifting and putting pressure. Like I can't, I basically can't use my chest muscles. I can't use my obliques on this side. Pretty much puts my whole upper body into. Same with Eric.
Yeah, my chest still, that my sternum is still sore. If I breathe deeply, it hurts still in there a little bit, and just the usual kind of stuff like that. But again, thankfully, we're at my mom's in central Wisconsin.
Yeah,
in Orleans,
we're really lucky to be here.
Giving us, all the room we need to recuperate and just, taking our time, doing what we got to do to get ready and get healthy, and then we'll be jumping slowly, like I said, working our way back into getting this thing totally finished up and ready for the road.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
We're okay. Cheers. And we're drinking, because that's what we do.
Just a bit.
Yeah, right.
So we've been married for 25, almost 26 years coming up.
26 years, August 16th.
Almost 26 coming up. But
it's been wonderful.
It's been awesome. But we're, a lot of people talk about why they're joining the nomadic community, the van life community, the schoolie community, the bus life community. All of those great communities all together. And
it's not something that I even thought about in a real sense. It's not something that I thought, well, let's live in a van and travel around and see the country and try and work. And, it was just not something, because we're so conditioned that, you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that. Well, I stayed in a job for 18.5 years, and it wasn't a bad job. It was a fine job, but it was very low pay. But I had great benefits. Where did you come up with? Because you were the one that introduced it to me.
Well, like I said, we were thinking about container homes and that kind of a thing, and I was looking
10 years down the road kind of thing.
Yeah, and I somehow I came across. We really weren't even that much of followers or on YouTube at all.
No,
really. And then
no.
I forget how, but somehow I was like, oh wow! I came across some videos about tiny homes and tiny home building, and
we were always into that because it was cool,
And so kind of got on that track first, and then somehow it led to a bus and buses, and I thought, and all of a sudden one day one of the videos I saw was just kind of like, wow, wait a minute, that's an option, that would really, because we like the whole tiny house thing, but we like to be able to travel as well, and so it was like just made such perfect sense that. Have a tiny house that you can drive around,
right.
And have a comfortable, beautiful little place that you can take with you, and go wherever you want to go.
We travel really well together. We found that out when we first got together in 1989. We did a 6-week trip in 1990, and that was really great. We had a wonderful time in a little Toyota truck,
pickup truck, a little basic little Toyota that
borrowed a camper shell.
Yeah,
and got really good at camping, like we were down. So we know that once we would get this down, we would be okay. I'm not worried about the technicalities of van life, not using a lot of water, stuff like that. I think we're going to be fine with that. But, you know, people have fear. Part of the reason when this came to me, when Eric showed me how this can be done, or people on YouTube, thank you, showed me how this can be done, it just fell into place because so many things fell into place because we'd had all this, you know, building out a van was so exciting, right? Because Eric's a carpenter, and so that was like a super exciting thing for him to do. Oh, I can like build. It's like building a little house, right? I mean, we're building our own tiny house is what we're doing.
And
basically.
all this great material we've been dragging
We had all
around
this great
forever,
material that we had been dragging around with us for so long, so we didn't have to buy. I mean, we're talking clear red cedar, beautiful wood, walnut. That I mean, pounds and pounds of wood that had been moving.
Hundreds and hundreds of pounds of wood.
So, I mean, we had that on our side. Like I said, we didn't have much money. We bought this shuttle bus. It's a 2005 Ford E350. It's not the 7.3, it's the 6.0, which everyone always talks about. But it's in good shape. Most of the tires are in good shape. The engine's in good shape. Everything is, you know, we have to replace a spring. But for the most part, we got it for $3,000. So that was a very good deal for this.
118,000 miles on a good diesel engine,
right.
So it's got plenty of.
And we knew that we would
left.
put some work into it. We knew that we would put some money into the engine, into the tires, into that kind of stuff. So that was already kind of a given.
You know, the interior here is only a little over 13 feet long, not even 7 feet wide,
and plenty of room for us.
which is plenty for us. Yeah, it's the perfect size for us, where it's not too huge and it's not too small. We were originally looking at Sprinters, like Adventure
like
in a
most
Backpack
people.
and all of those guys. But when it came down to looking at both the cost, they're very expensive for one thing. But we're both fairly large people as well. And one thing nice about a shuttle bus like this is, again, this space right here across the back is long enough that we can have our bed running perpendicular to the back, instead of having it run this way where it takes up so much more space in the van or the bus.
Once we decided on this lifestyle, wow, we lost weight, we got healthy. It was really interesting. It was almost like, oh, now we can be the people that we wanted to be, kind of. You know, it's almost as if we're...
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Like, what were we waiting for?
Yeah. I've realized that after we've had this life of real kind of contentment, I guess, that it's really boring. You know, I mean, our routine was we, you know, get up, go to work, come home, eat, watch TV, go back to sleep, get up, go to work. So we did the security thing. We did the house thing in the small town. We did, you know, we've done a lot of different things in our life. So we've gone through different phases. And so now we're ready. We know that we don't want a home base. We just want to just go and let life take us to places and see opportunity.
Just go.
And take a right or a left turn where we didn't realize we were going to take it like a week before. We will probably find a better community roaming around than we have being in any one place. You know, when we had a house, we barely knew our neighbors and didn't like most of them. Whereas, you know, if you're in this life, that's a very temporary situation. Yeah. And it's funny when we tell people what we're doing, there's this little light that goes out in their eyes.
Man, that'd be so great.
Oh, I would love to do that. And it's like, well, you can. And I never, you know, you don't think that you can, and then you just decide that you can. And you just do it. And that's what we're doing. We may fail miserably. This might be complete disaster. Anywho.
We just wanted to do an
kind
official
of introduce ourselves
introduction,
and
instead of just me yammering on and showing fast forwards of me working.
Right. Yeah. So it's all a learning experience. It's so exciting.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot. And so
please come back for more.
Yeah. And we'll tell you how we're doing.
keep track of what's up. All right. Thanks, everybody.
See ya. Cheers. Ciao.
Chink.